trader. If your work for her is satisfactory, I will consider allowing you to rejoin us. You are getting a second chance. Very few do. Do not disappoint me. Come back later.
See you around. Come on, move it. See you around.
What do you want?
Who are you?
My name is Zell. I guard the silo against tampering. I make sure nobody steals Elex.
Thieves?
We've had a number of thefts. The hybrid and its ambitious plans are a thing of the past. Elex is in high demand. Albs stealing from each other. I never thought I'd see the day. Everyone gets their ration. I don't understand why some people aren't happy with it.
Can I get a ration of Elex here too?
Not from me. I'm only authorized to let people go to the silos if they already have a permit. Public distribution of Elex is handled in the soldiers sector, just below the silos. Go talk to Commander Knox. He'll tell you whether you're entitled to any or not.
See you around. Come on, move it. Right now, we're standing in front of the Computing and Research Center. This is where the optimal level of Elex consumption is calculated, among other things.
So you've come to believe that emotion is a good thing?
Of course. A tactician who doesn't fear for his troops won't be an effective tactician. On the other hand, a guard who's afraid of killing is not an efficient guard. The middle way seems to be the best choice.
Middle way? What do you mean?
Being completely emotionless did not bring us any closer to... Too many emotions won't help us either. We're looking for an ideal compromise. And when it comes to making these calculations, this research facility is particularly good. Now, if you have no more questions, I have something else to show you. Follow me.
You were talking about an
I don't
experiment.
have time for you right now.
What should I expect?
We're trying to breed children who...
Hang on. You're doing what?
We're creating a new generation of rationally thinking tacticians. Let's go into the classroom and have a quick listen. Maybe we can learn something. don't have time for you deliberately keeping me waiting.
The lesson from last time should...
This is a training session for our children. This is where the Elex experiments are performed.
You're giving kids Elex?
No. We're experimenting with not giving the kids any Elex, teaching them to think logically and precisely without it. Most Albs never learn to handle emotion. Without Elex, many of us are completely at the mercy of our feelings. That's what we're trying to prevent from happening with these children. They're taught how to deal with emotions without neglecting their efficient thinking.
Without Elex, they're nothing more than normal people, aren't they?
No. As soon as they're of age, they'll be given their daily Elex rations like everyone else. According to our calculations, with access to Elex, emotionally strengthened Albs should be able to reach the next stage of evolution.
What makes you think this could work?
Because it worked in the past. With you. You were an Alb and managed to keep your emotions under control. We suspect that's the only reason you were able to stand up to the hybrid. We're studying this phenomenon and trying to recreate it so we can perfect it. But if you want to know more, you should talk to our scientists. Let's keep going. We are about to enter the Collector's sector. They're responsible for finding Elex and bringing it to the silos. It's not particularly demanding.
The lesson from last time should still be within easy recall. We will practice it again today. Sit down. Now, remember yesterday's practice. I was going...
See you around.
Human? Do I really have to sell to humans now? Hey, wait a second. You're Jax. You're the asshole who got me into this shit in the first place. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not dealing with you.
Aren't you a little emotional for an Alb?
Am I? And why do you think that is? This is all your fault. Because of you, I get a fraction of my ration. If it wasn't for the tiny dose I get, I would have shot you already. What the hell do you want anyway?
I want to trade.
If you want me to trade with you, you're gonna have to pay for what you did. No Elex, no deal. So, you still want to buy something?
Here's your Elex. Let's trade.
Sure, fine, whatever.
Come on, move it! The collectors who live here don't need to be especially efficient. So they only get low doses of Elex, which makes them prone to uncontrolled emotional outbursts. If it were up to me, we wouldn't let them stay in the depot. We'd ship them out somewhere. Let's keep going. I don't like being around these people. Follow me. You might have noticed that back here, it's much more disorganized. Not like the rest of the depot. The collectors and their lifestyle is a source of friction. If you're not careful, you might even end up getting robbed. Wouldn't have happened in the hybrids' day. Luckily, we're now out of the collectors' sector again. Right here, we're entering the soldiers' area. Things are a lot more orderly here. These guys make difficult decisions, so they get correspondingly larger rations of Elex. Are you deliberately keeping me waiting?
I'll notice.
I don't have time for you right now. You might have noticed that back here, it's much more disorganized. Not like the rest of the depot. The collectors and their lifestyle is a source of friction. If you're not careful, you might even end up getting robbed. Wouldn't have happened in the hybrids' day. Luckily, we're now out of the collectors' sector again. Right here, we're entering the soldiers' area. Things are a lot more orderly here. These guys make difficult decisions, so they get correspondingly larger rations of Elex.
I'll notice if anything goes missing. I'm observing you. Are you lost?
What goods have you got?
Yes, sir. I'll notice if anything goes missing.
Come on, move it!
Have you really thought this through?
We have to be the first to react.
And you can stock up on decent weapons here, too.
You allow trading in the depot?
We do now. Trade has helped us to create a kind of reward system for effective action. We pay our workers with Elex. They use it to buy things that help them work more efficiently. It seems to motivate them. But you can take a look at all that later. Right now, I'm gonna take you to Azok. Come on. That's the agent's precinct up there. Their job is to keep an eye on the collectors and everyone else. They make sure everyone takes their Elex ration and that nobody takes more or less. They keep an eye on things and keep everybody in line. I hope this has helped you get an idea of how the depot works, and that your return to our ranks won't be too tricky.
We'll see.
Once an alb, always an alb. This is where you belong. I'll leave it up to you. May efficiency guide your actions.
High concentrations of Elex detected. Mining recommended.
I don't think the Albs would like that very much.
I did not anticipate your return. State your business immediately.
I want to...
The optimum time for that has passed. Why are you stating this now? But keeping... Seek out... If you're... You are getting a...
I don't think the Albs would like that very much.
form. Next. Train.
Any objection is unfounded.
Are you really certain?
I need a rest.
No time.
Presenting for Elex, sir.
Rank.
D6, sir. Soldier.
Rank.
Former.
Former. You have a...
I'm...
Well, in your case, a stat... Everybody gets at least some Elex. Keep... Okay. Special permit.
For what? Stone Cold 10.
Absolute effectiveness noted. Level lowered according... Okay.
What does that mean?
Means no re... That will be all. You are free to go.
None.
Nominal effectiveness?
8.
Within tolerance. Next.
What do you... You're not one of us. Watch yourself around here. Nothing escaped.
You one of...
Yeah.
Name's Jax.
Wait. The...
Yeah, that's me.
I had no... That's interesting. I didn't know you returned. I never thought I'd meet you in the flesh. Unfortunately, I can't talk right now. Maybe I'll have time after my shift.
Come back later. Get out of here now! Go! You
better
have brains
leave.
after all. Good. That'll do. You will continue training on your own until the next...
What the hell? Okay. Whatever.
I don't have time right now.
You dare just show up? We won't tolerate filthy traitors here.
Traitor? The fuck are you talking about?
You know full well. You brought down the hybrid. You destroyed the converters. You killed our people. If permitted, I would execute you where you stand.
There was no future with the hybrid. Not for anyone. I did what needed to be done.
You think you had the right to decide that?
If you want to execute me, do it already. But what would be the point? You're all doing just fine as far as I can tell.
Threat identified. Calculating defensive measures.
Deactivate your language module or I'll have you melted. And now back to you. Your judgment is as substantial. Our supply of Elex is pitiful. We've lost half our territory. The fight against the new invaders is tying up valuable resources.
But what are you gonna do about it?
Everything in our power. Just so you know, I've been tapped, and you're making it difficult to tolerate your presence.
I've never seen you this mad, Orisa.
That's not what we're talking about. But why do you think that is?
If you've got such a problem with me, why are we even talking? Tell your agents to pull the trigger.
And go against Azok? I don't think so. In any event, a quick death is too good for you.
You expect me to just disappear?
I'm giving you a choice. Sneak off like you did before, or find a way to fix the harm you caused. If it's the former, stop wasting my time and leave.
Where's my help needed?
Go to the crater. Find out if someone named Skibor is alive or dead.
What's the point of that?
I asked for help, not questions. You'll have to earn answers, let alone trust. Now do what I told you. Find Skibor. If he's alive when you get there, keep him that way.
I found Skibor. He's fine.
Do you think your assurance is worth anything to me? I'll believe you when I see him.
I don't have time right now.
I don't have time for you right now.
Right. You're all right.
Those kinds of guarantees usually break when hit with cold, hard reality.
But actually, statistically speaking...
Spare me.
Sure, you might still be proven right. These constant attacks are taking their toll. Humans have a lot in common with that horde. They use brute numbers to overpower. Well, here we are. Your new home? Besides, I would be honored if you decided to rejoin our ranks. And I'm one of very few around here who can actually be pleased, so that's gotta count for something. Let's meet up again later. I've got something to take care of. Oh, don't forget the equipment I promised you.
Where can I find you?
If all goes as planned, I'll be at the Elex depot. Oh, speaking of which, this is for you. Normally we're all allotted fixed rations, but, well, don't ask any questions. Right, I'm running late. I'll see you later. Well, let's talk later, when I have more time. You should get to know the camp in the meantime. Everything has changed since the last time you were here.
High probability of collapse.